Camera action world. There we are.
Da-da-da-da.
Yeah, oh, that's fun. So you can see the little chandelier in the background.
Ooh.
So if you've been keeping up with us and our little realities over the last several weeks, you've noticed that we've gone into different locations because we're trying in the office. We're trying to figure out where the best one is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So
I like this room.
I do too. It's pretty. I like the East Ivy thing in the background
this moment.
too.
Mm-hmm.
This magic moment. I don't know the rest of the words.
I know how it goes, but that's about it. Yikes, I should have put a face on today, but it's okay.
I should have just put powder on because I did put on I put on brows and then a little bit of eyeshadow, but that's about
I
it.
need to get this forehead shot up. Look at all those wrinkles.
Mine's fresh.
I thought you were going to say frozen. I was like,
Well,
Love a
actually,
good frozen forehead.
And I was telling him that too. He's like, but people don't love frozen foreheads. I was like, but I do.
I'm angry.
No, you can't.
I'm
tell.
happy.
No, but he likes to keep it like so. So I've got minimal movement.
Yeah,
And
your
my
brows
eyebrows.
move.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, no, this is completely shot frozen because there's lines on my forehead I don't love. So, anyway, we love our cosmetics, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, thank you, ladies. Rock. Thanks, Lenore. Yeah, we try. Anywho, so let's get on to it. Is somebody here?
I see.
It's
Yes.
William. So
Look
I
at the
accidentally
reflection.
stole William's phone today.
Tracy.
I look for it everywhere. And I just never
Oh, you got a new
found.
case, you little
I got
shopaholic.
a new phone. So we went out to Tyson's over the
Oh, yeah,
weekend,
the new
and
phone.
I got the new.
Oh,
See, look at
let's
this thing.
see.
Did you get the same size? It's the same size.
Is it?
Mine might be a little.
Nah,
bit.
bro, yours is bigger.
Wait, so do I have the newest one?
Yours is
A little bit bigger.
I think, right?
Just a little bit bigger. Yeah, so we're going on a cruise next week, and I wanted better camera to be able to take pictures, so I bought a new phone.
I wanted better camera.
I wanted better camera, so I
English
bought better
is her
phone.
first language.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is our first time of doing like reality and or real itty in a minute, like a decent one. So
Oh, like a full.
Yeah, full on.
Last
This is
week
what's
was
going
like,
on.
hey, we're here for 5 minutes. All right, gotta go play in the water.
it's true. In fact, last Wednesday we did our first pop-up client appreciation event,
Yeah.
which watch out for these because I think we're going to be doing this once.
Watch out now.
Yeah, we're going to do this once a month. I mean, we've talked about like pop-up baseball. What are you doing?
Hey!
Hey! We've talked about pop-up baseball games, and we want to go explore all the different water parks while they're still in season.
Yeah, we've got a lot in the area.
Yeah, and what that'll look like for all of you guys is, I guess a week in advance you'll start to see us like, hey, we're gonna do this, and show up, and just show up, bring your friends, bring your kids. It'll be daytime events of just
How'd your kids?
yeah, how'd your kids, how'd your wife.
No,
Anyway.
bring them.
Yeah, bring them. But we thought it was such a fun little way to connect, and there was probably 20 of us there or so, and yeah.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah, had a good time watching the kids.
Watching the kids, watching Nicole. She's like, I want to go to the water slide.
Yeah, I'll tell you my learning moment from last week was don't race a 10-year-old down a water slide and then bet them money because you will lose because there's no way that you adult can win on a.
She tried to hustle you though.
She did try
She
to
tried
hustle
to
me.
hustle you.
Instead, we got her and her brother some ice cream and
Yeah.
we called it even because she would have popped my tires and convinced
Yeah.
her otherwise.
Yeah. Chrissy, watch out now.
Love,
I love
her
her.
kids. They're so cute.
Yeah. Evie. But anyway, yeah, Wednesday was fun though, the water park, and
Yeah.
then Wednesday was such a day.
It was a day because we have a huge event coming up. We love events. You would think that we're event planners, but we just really love hanging out with our clients and friends, and that's what we do. So we've got a massive event coming up, another circus that we're throwing
August 21st.
on August 21st, and so we went and did our cocktail tasting for the
Well, did we now?
we went down to Fredericksburg to go meet with the bartender.
And like deep in the burg,
Yeah.
not like 22405, no 22407. We were out there.
We were all
Out
the way
there.
out there. And it had also, like, we left the water park, everything was great. Angie and I did, the schematics, and she was like, okay, well, I've got an hour, get ready and go down to this Fredericksburg to go meet this bartender. Well, all of a sudden, I guess that was like when the hurricane started coming or something. Girl, it was crazy.
Insane. I was like, nope, I'm gonna wear Lululemon. I'm not putting on real clothes. Nope,
Right.
nope. I put on real clothes.
Yeah,
But-
it was crazy. But anyway, so as it turns out, there was a tree down in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
The power had gotten knocked off to the house. So here we are, halfway to Fredericksburg, and we can't even get
sitting
to
in traffic.
Sitting in traffic. So we're just like, you know what? Whatever. Now, I didn't see these little sneaky devils. They wanted to surprise me for my birthday because my favorite restaurant is down in Fredericksburg. One of my favorite restaurants is down in Fredericksburg. So they all coordinated this really cute dinner so I can get my tomahawk steak and all that. So I didn't know any of that was happening. But we just had to move it up because it was like we were going to do the tasting and then they were going to like, surprise!
Yeah.
But instead we're like, surprise, we can't do the tasting, but we're still going to take you out for your birthday.
I still can't get over Angie when she called and she's like, hey, can you take me off speaker in the car? And I'm like,
I have something personal to ask you. I'm like, literally, we are such an incestuous team. There is nothing we don't know about each other. So I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'll talk to you about my period cramps. Not happening. So then Andrew proceeds to ask me not yes or no questions, but questions that needed legit detailed explanations. And I'm like, we are not playing this game right now. We are not playing this game. You just asked me to come off speaker in the car. Now you're asking me these questions. So I'm just like, yeah, sure. No. Yep, sure. No. So I'm like, all right. So then at one point, then I started texting her. Nicole's like, well, Jennifer's up there texting Angie and blah, 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 blah.
Exactly. Because I was like, I'm not dumb. I am extremely observant.
Well, I texted her and I was like, text Will. Like, I can't help right now. Blowing up my spot.
Right.
So, but it worked out.
It did really work out. We went over to a cute little Prohibition era cocktail bar down there and had a couple little drinkies and then went over to the place, which is Fahrenheit 132. I always keep saying 131 because of that stupid movie, but Fahrenheit 132 in Fredericksburg, legit some of the finest food in the area. They need
great service, everything.
In fact, we ended up going out with our bartender or our waiter after.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
I wish you weren't stuffed because I ate wings that night. Those wings were
they really
good.
I wish I was stuffed too, girl, but you had like a half a piece of fish. I had a 150-ounce steak.
I had half piece chicken, half piece fish, 4 spears of asparagus.
I was like, I don't want to talk to her.
Cheesecake.
She's like, eat these. I was like, I will die.
I was like, but eat them. They were really good. Really good. Like fried twice. Like really good. Anyway,
so
I hated
was a
myself
fun day.
the next day.
Wednesday was a fun day, and then Thursday you had incredible closing with all of Belmont.
Oh my gosh, everyone! The seller still lives in Belmont, on the floor of the buyer that bought the unit. So I represented the buyers, so they're all on the same floor together in my building. Cindy lives in Belmont also, the listing agent. Cindy was fabulous.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Smart came down. Evelyn was here. She closed it up for us. It was really cool. Crazy. The buyer's sister, her name is Joan. The seller's name is Joan. They all know each other from the church community. Like, it was just creepy. So creepy how many like overlapping.
Or maybe ordained by God.
Yes.
There you go.
That's exactly what the conversation was when we were all here. It was just bananas.
That's wonderful.
But it was cool. It was really cool to be able to do that for.
Wait, Father Bill knew them from church?
So seller Joan knew Father Bill.
Oh, got it.
And priests, they see
everything.
Thousands of people. So while they may recognize the face, they're not always going to remember everybody's name.
Yeah.
But they were just able to have a really good connection. So it was cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah. And then we hit up Acclaim.
Yeah.
The grand opening.
Yeah, so Acclaim, we had the grand opening. So Acclaim used to be the Aspire. It's the 50. So it's not 55 plus. It is 57. 57 and better. It's older than 55. I think it's 57 and better.
Sounds right.
But anyway, so it's an independent living, beautiful luxury apartment complex that they finally did their grand opening, and
super cute units.
Super cute units, super swanky building, and super swanky party too. Like they really did it up. I'm like, I want to live here. I want to move my mom up here so she can live up here. That place was so cute.
Yeah,
they have like on one side they've got grow rooms that they're like doing micro gardens inside. They've got this big beautiful garden out back that you can garden and like entertain in, and private dining room so you can host events, poker room, like just it's basically like living in a little mini Vegas for old people. Yeah, older people.
Yeah, watch your mouth now.
older people.
Yeah,
so she was super cute.
That dessert room.
Yeah, it is very expensive. I will say that the rent is a little bit more expensive than I would have thought for the Woodbridge area, but we do live in a pocket here in Belmont, so.
But they get everything.
Yeah.
Well, let me not say that. I don't know if there's like a separate meal plan situation that they purchased living there or what. Probably because they've got full kitchens.
Mm-hmm.
So they're
Probably have a meal plan.
Yeah.
They have a cafe and stuff that you can go, like a full service restaurant that you can go sit in the dining room and eat. So she's very cute. Anyway, if you or your parents are looking for a place, check them out because they really great staff, great building, beautiful unit. So it's certainly worth it.
Bathrooms everywhere.
Bathrooms
Which
everywhere.
is great. Apparently, when you get older, you can't control your bladder. But also, apparently, when you're 36, you can't either.
Yeah, Jen's like, I gotta go potty.
Will's like, come on, let me show you this next room. I was like, bathroom. See you in a minute.
Yeah, and then my Thursday, prior to the Acclaim meeting, I ended up sitting. So our office is small, right? But we make really great use of the efficient space. And so you've got this incredible party going on outside, like the closing party. And I'm like tucked away back in our conference room because I'm doing a Zoom call with Jay Sotos, who's the development director for the Crothers companies for this neighborhood. And it went really long. Like this thing was supposed to be no more than like 45 minutes. Well, it ended up going an hour and a half. Like it was it was an hour and like 27 minutes, something like that.
Hey,
so I was in here the entire time going through the presentation, asking questions, and I'm like, but I just want to go say hello to our friends.
FOMO.
Super FOMO.
That's a thing.
Yeah, but it looked good. And if you're in the Belmont community and you're interested in updates, then go over to BelmontBay.com and check out the latest that we put in there. Because it's long, but it's very informative.
Yeah, that's what's up.
For sure. And then we also had photos for Oak Valley, which went live. Yeah.
Townhouse.
Woodbridge. Yeah, the one that we tried to get your investor.
Yeah, yeah.
But she's beautiful. She's under contract for $425 right now. So
trying to get that done for him. Under 4.
Under 4. Wasn't having it.
We knew though, as soon as it hit the market, it was gonna boop, 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 go up. That's that sweet spot, that price point.
It's true.
So let's talk about that real quick. I know we're supposed to be going through our timeline of events here, but it's still crazy with prices escalating at a certain price.
It's only at a certain price because I also have my big house, right? So I have a big, beautiful house in Port Potomac, and she's priced according to comp. She's priced according to market. She's at $760,000. I've had 15 showings and one offer. They lowballed me, and I went back and said no. I mean, no, I'm not going to. We haven't had a single offer since, which is wild to me because the home is immaculate. The neighborhood is good. It doesn't make any sense to me, but yet under, what would you say, under 5? Under...
Yeah, it's kind of like 550 and up. It starts to slow down a little bit, and by slow down, normal market trends,
which is still fast for our area. Average days on market 15 days. You know all that. It's just
a shift for sellers to have to
but it's not everywhere. There's micro pockets because like down in Staff, and I think that has heavily dependent on what the school system is.
Yeah.
So it's she's interesting. It's an interesting time to be alive. An interesting time because I watch all our realtor friends who do these like market updates and videos, and they regurgitate the information and talk about stats. But I don't necessarily find that it would be valuable for us to do that unless you guys say different. So correct me. Like if you want us to do this, then tell us, and we're happy to do it. But it's because of the micro pocket, like the pockets that we sell, and that's the things that are so interesting. Is like having our hands in so much stuff and being able to visit all these areas. Is like it's wild out there because we can say that right now we have the lowest listings taken, but not necessarily everywhere.
Right.
So it's just
depends on the price, depends on the area.
Yeah, depends on price, depends on area. Like we went out on Saturday with the cute little first time home buyers, and a house had been sitting on the market, and goes back to the law of attraction that I promise you is real. The house had been sitting on the market at $330. They did a price reduction. Yeah, and it had the biggest townhouse out of the biggest backyard for a townhouse I've ever seen outside of the big one in Alexandria that we sold the end unit.
Oh yeah.
But it was huge. I was like, how is this even possible for a townhouse? Like this thing is massive. It's like a Port Potomac yard, but like
where is this?
In a little like community built in the 70s in Manassas Park. But yeah,
wow.
But it was a super cute little unit. Anyway, go get there. There was no offers on the house. Everything was fine. We get in there. It did need some like TLC. It's like obviously it had a house that had been loved. But my clients loved it, and so we wrote on it, and then all of a sudden 2 other people did too. I was like, how is this possible? That this thing had been sitting for like 17 days.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden, everybody wanted it. So I got notice yesterday that we lost it. They're going to allow us to be a backup on it, but we lost it because of the home inspection. So I was not comfortable telling them not to do a home inspection on this house because I'm like, there's too many red flags in here. I would not let go of your home inspection, but the winning bid did.
Yep.
So You know, that's on you. I would, because I'm not going to be responsible if my clients go out there and get a house
Right.
at my recommendation. It turns out they've got $40,000 worth of stuff to do. Let it, like, drop it and let it keep moving.
Yep.
So if I tell you that this is not a good idea and you still decide to do it, honey, that's on you. But you
Yep.
ain't blaming me.
Nope. Matter of fact, there's a disclosure form we have you sign that states it is
I
not our
told-
fault or our choice to waive anything. All we can do is advise. That's
true.
it. Recommendation. You do what you want.
Yeah, but
That's it.
that 300 pocket, like the 300 to 400 pocket, is
Yeah.
still moving very, very fast.
For
like,
sure.
you know, that was like the Oak Valley one that we had come on. I put it on at 405, and we had a total of 5 offers, and we escalated all the way up to 425.
Cheers. Yeah. With appraisal?
With appraisal, but they did a guarantee.
Yeah.
And I haven't. I guess this is. I have not ever done this, but I've seen. Now I've seen it done where the buyer's agent dropped his commission in half. In the event of a low appraisal, the buyer's agent's dropping his commission.
Wow.
Right. So I was like, okay, different way of doing business, but
I'm sorry.
we work too hard for our
Nope.
money.
Nope.
Uh-huh.
Nope. 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 It is so stressful, and there's so many hours that are going into successfully getting buyers to, 1, a ratified contract, and then 2, to actual closing. So it's
Yep.
like, yep, cool. But I'm glad that that's gonna
Right, I'm glad
that's gonna work out for everybody.
Because we told all the agents the exact same thing. Like, the first person to do a guarantee on this thing will take it. Because I was like, people
Wow.
already like, they're number one. Like, it might appraise at 425, but like,
Yeah. Anything's possible. I mean,
Anything,
you never know
right.
what appraiser you're gonna get, what
It's
their mood
true.
is, how
Right.
lazy they are.
Yeah, anything is certainly possible.
Yeah.
But the likelihood of it is like slim to none.
It'll work out. It'll
work out in the
Yeah.
end. But Jen actually had a good, well, this is probably skipping to learning moments, but like you had somebody a client ask you to reduce your commission.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's an interesting, like,
It's a no for me, dog.
yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
Would you work for a discounted rate at your job?
Right. No,
Like,
pretty much.
I don't know how else to say it.
Well, no,
you know?
I mean, I would say explain to these guys, like, the reason why, it's like, this is good knowledge for you to have, whether you're a realtor watching this or whether you are a client watching this going, it's like, oh, well, realtors make too much money. We make too much money. It's like, no, we really don't.
that big number that
That
we
is not,
see.
exactly. So Jennifer is going to break it down for you exactly where all of this money goes.
Well, what had happened was, I actually had this conversation with, love them to death, Clarence and Elizabeth at Settlement. So freaking sweet. They were like, "Oh, get it, Jen." When they saw that commission, I was like,
I wish I could get it.
let me explain to you where
Right.
that goes. There is
Uh-huh.
something called a company dollar. There is something called taxes. I'm a part of a team. There are things that come along with that. So at the end of the day, whether you're team or paying a huge company dollar or whatever, no realtor is getting that full commission that you
Yeah.
see on that Alta statement.
Because there's
Not
marketing
one.
expenses too. So like you might
Absolutely.
see this, but this is a full business. Like real estate, high producing realtors, this is a full on company. This is a business. We bring in revenue. We have salaries to pay. We have marketing expenses to pay. We have to pay higher insurance for our client. Like there's so much that goes into it. It is not just a dollar at the end of the day. What did Katie say?
Would you work full time, give 1,000%? Is that 10,000? 10,000%, then pay your boss a big chunk of your paycheck afterwards? If the answer is no, don't ask me to do the same.
Oh,
Facts,
yes.
Katie.
Facts, Katie, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and
but there's a lot of there's a lot of expenses and
Yeah.
and there's a lot that comes with what we do.
Right. And I think that that's one of the reasons why our industry is, like, people clown us a lot and they don't quite understand it. And they see all this big number because they don't understand what goes into it, because realtors in general, not just realtors, real estate agents, because there is a difference between a realtor and a real estate agent. Agents and realtors have not done a good job of articulating our value proposition and exactly what we do, and like allowing ourselves to be presented as professionals. So I think that's a big difference too. Is like, we're all highly educated. We have so much training that we have to go to, and licensing requirements and insurance requirements and all of this. Like, we have errors and omissions insurance just like, an accountant would.
Yeah.
Things like that. So it's like we have a fiduciary responsibility to our clients, which comes with a decent paycheck, but it's like,
It also comes with a lot of work.
It also comes with a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of work. And
Yeah.
you can never, if you're going to be successful in this business, you cannot, how do I word this? You can't let money come first. Like you can't be concerned about a closing. You can't be concerned.
Commission breath.
You can't.
That's what they call that.
Commission breath.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So you can't
smell it a mile away.
You can't be hard up for cash. You have to be able to put your client's needs and wants first.
Yeah.
Before you go and worry about a dollar.
It's like being able to tell a client, like, no, this house isn't worth it. Like,
yeah.
Overpay if you want, or lowball an offer if you want, right?
Yeah.
Like whichever way it's going, but not being attached to the outcome, just knowing that you're going to point them in the right direction.
And that is what I always say about negotiations. The person who has the strongest point in negotiation is the person who cares the least about the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as you remember that and don't let yourself get emotionally attached to anything, you are in a very good position to make a very smart investment for you and your family.
Yeah. Well, and also keeping in mind, because I had this conversation with the buyer over the weekend, they're so worried about overpaying and, this, that, and the third, and, what's the market going to be next year? Are prices going to go down? Are prices going to continue to go up? In our area, prices go up 1 to 3% year over year in a normal market. So it's like, no matter what you pay, we're not going down in the DMV. Like that's not, or in,
We might hit a little bit of a shift, but it's more so we're just not going to hit this rise that we've been on. Like we've been steady going up a whole bunch of money over the last year.
But also, where are you going in a year? Like, are you about to buy now to sell in a year? No, like sit tight for a few years at least. Give it 3 to 5. You know what I'm saying?
3 to 5.
But then you also have the conversation, because also some of these buyers that I'm talking to, I've been working with for years. Mm-hmm. So it's like, all right, look at what the prices were when we first had this conversation about buying. Now look at where the prices are. Even without this 2020, 2021 mayhem, like all the craziness that's gone on to escalate prices to what feel like absurd numbers in some areas, still up to 2019, going into 2020, prices were still on the rise.
Right.
So it's like, it's going to keep going up. So either you buy now and make the investment in yourself and your family now and don't lose money long term, or you keep renting and keep losing money.
That's true.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Totally up to you. I support you either way.
Things are rising because of supply and demand. They're not rising because of artificial inflation like they did back in 2008 whenever we saw the crash.
No.
So there's that to be able to keep into consideration. Oh, Friday. I was like to say, we just gave you a whole bunch of lessons, but Friday I had 2 listing appointments, which we were going to push Yola early. But instead, we're going to give it a little bit of time because, in the words of one of my incredible sellers, he goes, "If this is going to mean $50,000 in value, then we're going to do this right instead of just doing it half cocked." So I'm like, "Cool, man." So we pushed it out to the beginning, first week of August. So that'll be good. Yeah. So that'll be good. Which is happy. And then we have Inglebrook, a beautiful little townhome that we finished staging. Photos are tomorrow. She'll also be listed at 400.
Oh boy,
gorgeous little unit. But I went on the listing appointment last Friday.
Where's Inglebrook?
Inglebrook is over in Rolling Brook. It's like, whenever you're in Lake Ridge and you're going down Old Bridge, it's like right before the traffic gets terrible.
Yep.
So
cute.
Solid
good
little
location. Yeah. Like, who do I have for over there? TBD. I'll go through mine. And then you get that buyer pool organized. My little list over there.
Love it.
Anyway. Yeah. Friday for me was office time, and then social event planning. Again, we love planning parties. But we're going to do the kayaking for KWYP. So it's going to be super fun. So our realtors out there who are in KWYP, Keller Williams Young Professional Network, we're going to go kayaking and have a picnic. It's going to be awesome.
Fun.
So we're going to do September, the week after Labor Day.
That'll be good. Yeah, that'll be very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It'll be super cute.
When did our new lender friend come by? He came by last week too. So as it turns out, in our and the reason why I ask is because he brought us these little piggy banks. It's real cute. Anyway, we have so Cindy, we mentioned her earlier. She listed one of her good friend's houses earlier that's over waterfront, and then Jen randomly met him at the gym. They go to the same gym, and it turns out like he's just a really cool dude.
Yeah.
And he gave us piggy banks. Shout out to Christian. You're a pretty cool guy, man.
Yeah.
And
hey, bud.
And this is a business card.
Shut up. Are you serious?
Oh, you weren't here for that?
No.
Oh yeah, he brought. Oh, you. Yeah, whenever
What?
he popped in, he goes, "This is my business card." And so people, he's like, people aren't going to forget this. So it has the no. So it's Christian with no H. And then, yeah, on the back of it, I was like, you real tacky, but I like it. I'm here for some dumb stuff. You ain't never gonna forget him, that's for sure.
I hate him so much. In my head, I mean, absolutely love.
Yeah.
He is a riot.
Yeah, he is funny.
No
Fun
H. Shut up.
guy.
He's so corny.
Indeed.
Anyway, good peeps.
And he's
He
young
went to
too.
school with one of my clients. Yeah. Shamira.
Yeah. Very good.
He's a little older than her, but
Oh, really?
And then I went to school with Shamaya's older sister. Like, I'm like, oh my god, why do we all know each other?
Everybody
Crazy.
knows everybody.
Yeah. So anyway, so it's cute.
Yeah.
Saturday, nothing really important for me to talk about on Saturday. I started pulling looks for the trip.
I need to start doing that. Legit need to start doing that.
Yeah. I think that was when I texted you. I was like, I think I pulled too many
much.
outfits already.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that today after I get done with all this admin work I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday for me, I had the showings of Manassas, and then I went to the mall, and then so Will went out and played poker with the neighbors, and I had to stay home and write an offer. But I was also like, at the same time, don't ever need to do something and then decide to get a new phone. Like, that's another learning moment for me, man. It was out of control. So I told you earlier on in Reality that I wanted a new phone because we're going on this cruise next week. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to get a new phone. Well, they're like, all right, well, in order for you to trade it in, you have to give us your old phone. But it should be no big deal. So just pop your SIM card in. It's not that easy.
Yeah.
Because you have to download your backups.
Yep.
And it's like, and the backups take 2 hours.
Yep.
And then it's like, so I'm just sitting there. Oh, and at the same time, I have a lot of Macs, right? At the same time, all of my Macs wanted to do an update at the same time. So I was literally sitting here like this.
Oh my god.
No, it was awful. I was like,
my
I'm like, some text messages are going to an iPad, some are going to a computer, and I was like, but nothing was. It was all coming in all janky. It was just
Oh my god.
the worst. Anyway, so by 1:00 in the morning, I finally had the offer signed.
Is it pastel or silver?
It's gold. It's so pretty. I'll show it to you. It's literally beautiful.
I can't get that off.
Yeah. So Apple's a business, but just don't get sidetracked
Yeah.
and need to do something whenever you buy a new phone because it's the worst.
Sunday I trained.
Sunday you went to Sundays with Sean. That's fun.
All day event, which is great because I was able to talk with. I actually showed up this time. There's like coffee chats beforehand, so I actually showed up for that this time instead of just like showing up and then be like, oh, I'm gonna lift weights and then go walk and pose. But it was cool because I was able to learn some new information about like the whole bodybuilding industry,
Oh,
and
cool.
then also chat a little real estate with a couple of the ladies. It was
I
like
love that.
both. It was fun. Yeah.
Hashtag fit realtor. Well, while she was getting her fit on, I was fitting French toast in my mouth.
Oh man, I saw Will's story. I was like, if I liked French toast, I bet that's real.
Oh my god, it was incredible.
Where'd you guys go?
Secret Garden.
Oh,
Yeah, I've never been
yes.
over there for brunch. So Will, the crew he plays poker with, they did a Sunday brunch over at Secret Garden. So we went over there at 9:00 in the morning and had
Cute.
the salmon and eggs looked incredible. That's what Al had. So next time I go over there for brunch, I'm getting the salmon and eggs. But we had steak and eggs and then split the French toast. Yeah, split it both. It was very good. Split it. And then I went and did tile selections for that little townhouse that I went on the listing appointment with. We had to do some stuff, so I had to go buy lighting and tile and get that delivered because the contractor came yesterday to finish everything for going live on Thursday. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. And then I had showings on my house, and then went and viewed another house that we're potentially going to list here in the neighborhood. So it was an eventful
Oh, I
weekend.
do have somebody who wants a single family actually.
Oh, for real?
In Belmont. Yeah.
Nice.
They're coming from Baltimore.
Oh.
Yeah. What's the timeline?
Whenever we can find them to go, a place to
Somewhere
go.
to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but Christina and me, we were talking about that last night.
Yeah.
This might end up working out for like if we put Richie's family over there.
Got it.
Yeah. So it could end up working out really well.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got somebody to show their house too then when it's ready to rock and roll.
Good.
They're on like a month timeline though.
No, I think
Now
it'll
I
work.
think about
Yeah, I
that.
think it'll
Okay.
work. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it'll work.
Yikes.
Woof. But yeah, Monday was staging 2 houses and then shopping, and then Tuesday was finishing those houses, and then I shot up video yesterday, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just it was a lot, doing the
My
most.
Monday I did a listing consult / lunch with a little condo in Kingstown.
Cute.
And then listing consult to figure out if we're going to do buy or rent or sell or rent, and the options to rent because they're going to come back.
Oh, good.
So, so that was fun. And then what That happened. And then submitted an offer for a buyer.
Got it.
Phone ringing is really
I know
strange.
this thing is giving me and stressing me out.
Yeah. And then Tuesdays, trained with Jared and Suzanne, and that was wonderful. And then spent the afternoon with Cannonball and ratified a contract on my day off. But it's fine because it's worth it.
Fine, because it's worth it.
Yeah. But I'm like, that's what happens. You write an offer after an open house Sunday. The offer goes over Monday, and then people want to discuss things Tuesday. I'm like,
That's true.
great. Well, I can't just ghost them.
That's true.
But yeah, it was a good week. Busy week. This week continues to be busy. So
For sure.
no Real-ity next week, though.
No, because we're going to be in Tortola.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Wednesday is Wednesday.
Wednesday's
I
Tortola.
think Wednesday is Tortola.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very excited. So I always try to travel around my birthday because it's the only thing I ever want to do. I want to travel. So like last year we went to Vegas, and this year we're going to the Eastern Caribbean.
Eastern Caribbean.
So
Fantastic.
we'll let you know how it goes. We're going to be the first sailing since COVID on the Equinox for Celebrity. I've never cruised before, so this is going to be a super
So fun. She's gonna love
super
it.
fun adventure. We're staying aqua class, which means we get the clean eating restaurant and the spa package.
Is that our Kendra?
Hi,
Hi, Speaking of travels.
Like, put your head in here.
My cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah.
So you guys haven't met Kendra yet. Ah, she's
I look
our
crazy.
Stop it.
She just got back from Mexico.
So
Anyway,
jelly.
We've got our team meeting today, so we are gonna knock this guy out. And that was Kendra. She's our newest agent. She's fabulous.
Love.
So if you ever meet her, you're gonna love her as much as you love us, because we love her too.
Hopefully not more.
Hopefully not more. Anyways, thanks for joining us today, guys. We love you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Peace out.